With IRT, welcome to the First Call Plus. We've got 4 races to take a look at, 2 from Tauranga, 2 from RICCARTON Park. The first is race number 4, the Zest Premier from Tauranga, over 2,100 metres. Peso and Suleiman share favouritism here at $3.60, and Princess LJ at $4 down to Century Miss for Michael Coleman at $8.50. 2,100 metres is going to be a tough ask, but pretty even sort of an affair here, Jason.
Peso stepping up to the 2,100 metres, very much suitable after winning over 1,600 metres. I know it's not Rotorua, but that day at Rotorua we absolutely
2 starts
caned them.
Oh, right.
And then went to Tauranga in October, November of last year and won by, I think, 5 lengths as well. So he's in great form. He will be hard to beat.
Exactly. I found there was 2 divisions in this. There's certainly these 4 horses who will go forward, called Cassie Peso, Whoppers and Suleiman, and the go-back horses headed by Gabrielle, Century Miss, El Disparo, likely to get back as well.
Okay, let's get your selections out of this race, Jason. And
Peso's the horse to beat. Is short enough, as Aidan mentioned, that run at the Rotorua, in the Rotorua Cup, a good indicator. Even though he's won last start as well, over 1,600 metres is in the right form. Century Miss, I was happy to spec. She's third up. She's got a very good record at the track and on heavy ground. So I'm picking that she'll be presented as a far fitter and forward horse than her previous 2 runs this prep. She's worth specking at $8.50.
Yeah, I found Peso on top as well. It was a $2 favourite in that high weight win last time out. And obviously in Group 3 company was pretty good 2 starts back. This rating 75 does look pretty suitable with Jonathan Riddell aboard. If you are wanting to get other selections on this race, just look down a bit on this page and you'll see Stu Lang's got a trifecta suggested bet for you.
Yeah, okay, and there's always a chance that you're going to get yourself a big divvy with one of Stu's trifectas. Let's head to race number 8, and Jonathan Riddell will ride the horse up the top of the book in Kensington, 13 and 420. No need 650. This horse is second up. The son of no excuse needed. Call Me Bob 6s. In Blaze or On Blaze 550, then Impulsive Habit and Direct Capital. 1,400 the trip of the last. It'll be tough going by this stage, Aidan.
Yeah, sure. Well, I found it a really difficult one to map, and in the end I found it probably too difficult to get any assurances from a speed map and left it out. Yeah, just a really even race. 2 horses obviously have been pretty good, Call Me Bob and Blaze, in those last couple, and I think you default to them to some degree. Loch Ness was okay last time out, and if it gets into the field, some chance as well. But I found a really messy race, this, and a race I'd be steering clear of.
No Need obviously trialled really well before his fresh up 5th at Te Rapa. A horse that does race into his preparation, but I thought given how good that trial was and that run at Te Rapa, could run a really good race in that 8th race there. It is short enough, No Need. Also didn't mind the form of Branson. It is second up, but has a very good second up record. Has a weight allowance courtesy of Amber Sims. He's a cheeky runner, I think, at odds, Branson.
Okay, we'll leave our Tauranga preview there and head to RICCARTON Park now. Race number 1 on the card. Good even race that it is. And we've got 2 of our best bets lining up in here. Both of the $5.50 chances. Aidan, St Andrews Masonic, number 5, and 7 Fire Lily. Shorter than them both is 6 Ruby Marie at $4 and He'll Be Jake at $4.20. We'll just sit out of this one, Jason, and you can tell us what you think of this race.
What? I was going to sit out of it and just get a recap of what you guys thought. You're the ones that are keen on St Andrews Masonic and Fire.
We want an unbiased opinion on the race.
Well, if you want my opinion, I had Ruby Marie on top, so I've gone against a lot of you. But look, there's a bit of a pick and a poke between them. There's not much between them really, and it's who gets the right run on the day and gets the tempo to suit.
Yeah, the speed I've got here...
Surely this has to be a best bets battle where you both get 30 seconds and you make a case for each of your runners.
I think we'll certainly be putting the acid on Matthew Cross to explain his. St Andrews Masonic getting back in my speed map with Fire Lily pressing forward. Bullet the likely leader in the race. So if you missed our Twitter segment, Matthew Cross made St Andrews Masonic his best bet, Fire Lily mine. The case I made for Fire Lily here, Matt, was that the win on the track 2 starts back was very strong. Last time out, went up to win in the hands of a 4 kilogram claimer who's only claiming the 1 kilogram. Senior jockey Rosie Myers goes on today. A horse who we know is in good form, gets more experienced jockey around this time, and I just like it. What about the case you're making for St Andrews Masonic?
12 months ago we were sitting there when he was winning them in a row at Riccarton Park, suggesting that he was still 12 months away. So here we are 12 months later. He's got Chris Johnson on. He's deep enough into a campaign. Look, the Waimate track, the Waimate form, I wouldn't look too much into it. The track was very testing there that day. Look, he's the sort of horse that, from a punting perspective, I'd love to see him ridden a bit handier sometimes, especially in those big fields. He takes so long to wind up, but I think when he gets up in the grades and they start running these races a little bit harder, then he's really going to come into his own, and I think he's a genuine winter galloper. And 550, I'm happy to take you on, so good luck.
Okay, yeah, you too, man.
All right, looking forward to that race number 1 on the card, and Jason Tarn with his thoughts around Ruby Marie from the very much informed Joanne Gordon base. So we go now to race number 3 at Riccarton Park on Saturday, the Hilton Press. This is over 1,400 metres, and boy, this is one of the races of the day from a form perspective, trying to sort this one out, Jason. There's a lot happening here.
Oh, my word. What, two runners there in double figures out of that, so Dowry Duty and
the both
Opio
last
Rose.
Judy's won the last two.
Opio Rose has won its last 2.
Yeah, crazy.
Like I've got no knock on how the bookmakers have priced this up. There's probably a couple of links between the lot of them. So I don't have a strong lead, I've got to say. I didn't mind Born a Royal and thought that 4th up he'd be ready to run well, and didn't mind that performance behind Prince Oz. There's been a revelation in the South Island, Prince Oz.
Yeah.
Maybe left the run a fraction late. The 1,400 metres should suit Born a Royal, but I can't say I have a strong lead out of all the races over the weekend. That's not one of them where I'm overly confident.
Tricky race for sure. I have mapped this race for you. I think we've got that for you. Docket going forward.
I've jumped the gun, haven't I? I've
Barry
forgotten the map.
Not at all, you have. Chopin, last start winner from somewhere near the speed, but once again, this is a difficult one. I've got Nowhere Man getting back. That's the one that I'm just going to make a case for. I reckon that more of Bella form, it's not bad. Did chase home Docket in that race, but comes in, I think, 4.5 kilograms better off this time round. Remember this horse running at Trentham earlier on the season and running really well. With the 4 kilogram claim from BB Hong down to 55.5, I thought maybe some sort of chance for Nowhere Man, who I have had it as a bank bet earlier on the season, so happy to stay with the ship.
It was well found that day, around $4 a place, I think it was, at Trentham, hitting the line quite strongly. So basically, is it a find the one you like and back it sort of race?
What did you like?
In this race, I went with a 3-year-old Finbar. He was good enough to go to Riccarton and race around in the 2,000 guineas there, and he looks as though he's on the way up. Question mark is, of course, over track conditions. He's won and placed on a heavy track, but until you get to Riccarton and really get that test of the big roomy track, especially with the rail out, it's really hard to tell how he's going to handle it.
Winning winger to be form, which is always a good form line.
Look, if Milkett was to find the spot that you've got him in the map, then he's going to be very hard to beat. So, as your maps often do, they shed more light on the situation, having a good mull over what you put up there. Milk it if it can find the 1-1.
And he did beat my best bet home last time out in Fire Lily, so I don't mind that for my
It's just all aligning.
Good race, though. The 75, race number 3, 14 minutes after 1. Have a good weekend, Jason. Same to you, Aidan.
I look forward to your calls at Riccarton tomorrow, mate.
Yeah, thank you so much. The first race, the best bets. Hopefully they're fighting things out in the last 100 metres. To you at home, there's all of our bets down the bottom. Just down there. Go and have a look. Stu Lang's as well as our best bets. And to you, good luck over the weekend.